national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the third seed in this playoff, a group with a whole lot to prove here today. Taking on a team from the ACC, a squad that's looking to really put on a show here today. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. Two teams enter, one team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Takes the handoff. It's Hudson. Eludes a tackle. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid game.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job on this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Gain moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Snags the quick throw. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. The Soccer with a strong tackle there.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He pulls it in for a big gain. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he can be a monster today.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. And there's the handoff. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
Hey, it's a great job in this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
Bringing pressure. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job of taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
Well, they need 8 yards on fourth down to keep this drive going. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Again, makes it second and medium. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
So now it's third and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the third down call is. Try and muscle for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up the football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Aiming for the end zone. So a long, methodical scoring drive, great execution, the championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Now the all-important extra point. And it's up and good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Getting set. Here's second down. Dropping back. It's Fowler. Running out of time in the pocket. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down. Are you serious? The offense going for it inside their own 30. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Trying for a fourth down completion. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big fourth down stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Well, the huge hit there, you half expected to see the ball come loose, but a great job to hang on to it.
Boy, great concentration by the tight end to be able to come up with that catch, but the defense showing how physical they are. When that tight end gets his hands on the ball, they are going to lower the boom.
That was a nice juke, but not much room to run. He's brought down for a short gain.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. They've already converted once on fourth down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. And the fullback gets in on the action with the carry. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. First and goal from the 9.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
They're set now to try the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. From the shotgun, handoff inside. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on first down. And looking for a big play here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. That's a nasty move. Now he's got room to run. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
It's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. 1st down now. Dropping back. It's Fowler. Catch made on the right side. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football on this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
Second down play coming up. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Caught in the flat by the running back. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Right, so it's 1st and 10, back inside the 5-yard line. We're going to see how much this play caller trusts his quarterback. How aggressive will he be from this spot? And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this 1st down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Caught quickly. And he's tackled just short of that 1st down marker. Good job by the defense.
Chris, give him some credit here. He's fighting to get to that 1st down, breaks the tackle, just comes up a little bit short of the 1st down.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Receiver in motion now. On the ground, it's Hudson. And the runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Doesn't get rid of the ball. Trapped for a huge loss. Goodness, that is usually a drive killer.
Well, the defensive end's just too athletic for this offensive line. Coming off the edge, quarterback didn't even see him coming. How about that sack by the defense?
On the 12-yard line, it's 2nd and long now. Back to throw. It's Fowler. Quick throw over the middle. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, it's going to cost you.
3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. Punt team ready to boot it away. Returner decides to fair catch this. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Short pass, finds the tight end. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. At the 10 now.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows you the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
Lining up to try the extra point. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
Looking for a gap. It's Hudson. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Short completion there. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass. It's Fowler. Close to the tight end. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Makes the catch downfield. Big play in enemy territory all the way to the 41-yard line.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And now the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, the defense coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? The pass rush closing in. He breaks free. He escapes one man, but he'll be swallowed up on the play and taken down. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this first half, that's the 2nd sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Grab down the middle. It's Hudson. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
When he can't bring it in, might have heard some footsteps there over the middle. Second down now.
It was there, Chris. It was the right call. It was good execution. He just dropped it. That receiver's got to do a better job of finishing the play.
Looking for his big tight end. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Using his legs, it's Boyd. Finds room at the 30. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the hands team able to recover the football. Offense makes its way on the field to get the drive started.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Play action here on first down. QB to the tight end for a completion. Important second down play coming up. Play action fake. Looking to throw. And the senior quarterback puts a little bit too much on the throw. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. The ball is loose. Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. He'll call for the fair catch here. Offense makes their way on the field. The shotgun running play call. In the clear at the 25. Good enough for the first down, the 37.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. It keeps the confidence of your offensive line up. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Gain moves the ball to the 37. Another first down. Handoff from the shotgun.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat-on-a-hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Looking downfield. It's Fowler. Close to the tight end. Oh, the freshman is lucky that didn't get picked off.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Looking for the wide out. He's got a man down the middle. An explosive play moves the ball all the way down near the 25-yard line.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Looks like he's going to run it. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Caught near the goal line. Kicking team out for the PAT try. The extra point is good. Down by a touchdown, 21-14. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Gets it to the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll start the drive. Offense ready to start this drive. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right side. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Can they pick up the first on the ground? Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, just a blown opportunity here by this defense. They got him to third down, a chance to potentially get them off the field. And the fact that they're trailing, they needed to make a play. You've got to give credit to this offense. In the national championship, that big offensive line opened up a hole, and they pick up the first down and keep working clock.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Ball handed off. Breaks loose at the 40. Explosive play. The game moves the ball all the way to the 30. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. No pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Looking for a gap. It's Boyd. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the 3rd quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And he knocks it right through the uprights. Hold on, now there is a flag on the field. If it's on the defense, still wouldn't be a first down. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The offense sets up in scoring position with a new set of downs. Heading left after the handoff.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And now they'll set up for the point after. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. First down here for this offense. Scanning the field. It's Fowler. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner and picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And he's got it. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Crosses the 10. That's a huge touchdown. Still trailing, but a 1-possession game with that trophy on the line right now.
Well, the national championship's on the line. The offense has done their job, and now it's up to their own defense. Can they get a stop and get the ball back to their offense with a chance to make this thing get really interesting?
Offense is out there. They're going to go for 2 here. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And he makes the 2-point conversion. The lead cut down to 6. Now they get set to kick it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. But a huge collision blow delivered there by the linebacker.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now third down coming up.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking downfield. And it's intercepted, a crushing play. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, I got to question the play call right here. Give the defense credit. They get the interception. They put themselves in a spot to maybe tie this game. But what was the offensive coordinator thinking with the lead, taking a chance, and it backfires?
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the wideout goes in motion. They'll run it to the left. He's going to lose yardage there. Forced out of bounds. Great play by the defense.
Well, a great job by this defense stepping up here, working with the lead. On the other side, offensively, about the only thing that went well there is at least they got out of bounds to stop the clock.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking to throw. It's Fowler. He's running out of time here. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And a nice drive going here, but now it's third down and long. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He's moving out of the pocket. Fights off a defender. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Love to see quarterbacks try to keep the play alive. He gave it everything he had here. He came up short of the first down. Boy, he gave him a chance.
Down one possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. And the quarterback dropping back. On the run, he'll let it go. And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
Oh, so close to executing here on the fourth down play in the fourth quarter. You're only down a possession. Now you got to rely on your defense to come up with a stop and get your offense back on the field.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here comes the jet sweep, trying to run it to the edge. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Man, I love this call here by going with the jet sweep. Get the ball in the hands of an outstanding playmaker. He gets around the edge. He gets into space with that kind of speed. He's dangerous.
First and 10 now for the offense. It's a quick grab. Breaks loose at the 45. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
How about that play call here, Chris? I mean, I'm thinking they're going to run the football and continue to work this clock. This gives you an idea how much confidence they have in their passing game and this quarterback being able to throw the football with the lead in the fourth quarter, completion, and you're able to keep that clock moving.
The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Receiver makes the catch. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down after that run on the previous play. He'll hand it off. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
He's got some room. Can he get there?
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's not going to get there. Stop short. Missed opportunity to build this lead.
Defense not fooled at all there. Nice job of stepping up and stopping that two-point conversion.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And out comes the offense, set to take over here. To the air, it's Fowler. Final minutes here, they'll throw it deep downfield. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Defense is coming after him. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. And he's got some open field ahead. Inside the 20. And he steps out of bounds after a great return. What a pick. Sets up the offense in great position.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you'd hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
Oh, the sack is made there by the freshman.
Well, it's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on 1st and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on 2nd and goal.
And that'll do it. We have a national champion. Well, this head coach told us we've prepared well. We're ready. I'd be shocked if he didn't go out and play well. And he had a good read on his team. That's a big win.
This team was incredibly well prepared, and schematically, I liked a lot of the things they did to counter how the defense was attacking them. Sometimes games can be won and lost thanks to a good game plan, and we saw how it made a big difference today.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.